Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered what secrets it holds? In the vast, silent expanse of space, comets journey through our solar system, often bringing with them mysteries from the distant cosmos. But what if one of these celestial travelers was trying to tell us something? Today, we're diving deep into the strange case of Comet 3IATLAS. In early 2023, astronomers tracking this interstellar visitor noticed something peculiar. It wasn't just a chunk of ice and rock hurtling through space. As it followed its expected path, faint, rhythmic pulses were detected emanating from its vicinity. These weren't your typical random cosmic radio bursts. No, these signals were structured, almost intentional. What could possibly be the source? Let's rewind a bit. Comet 3IATLAS was first spotted by the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, or ATLAS, in Hawaii. Right from the start, it was an oddball. Its trajectory suggested it originated from outside our solar system, making it only the third interstellar object ever confirmed. Astronomers worldwide eagerly turned their telescopes towards it, hoping to learn more about its origins. Initially, everything seemed normal. It glowed with the typical greenish hue of comets as the sun's heat vaporized its icy surface. But then, the strangeness began. Radio telescopes, like the Very Large Array in New Mexico, picked up faint but distinct patterns. The signals were weak, almost lost in the background noise of the universe. But when multiple observatories confirmed the same pattern, the scientific community began to pay serious attention. The signal was a series of short pulses, followed by a longer one, repeating in a precise cycle. Think of it like a cosmic Morse code. This immediately ruled out natural phenomena we're familiar with. Pulsars, for example, are incredibly regular, but their signals have a completely different signature. So, the big question became, if it's not natural, what is it? One of the first theories was that it was simply an undiscovered type of natural emission. Perhaps the unique composition of this interstellar comet, when interacting with the solar wind, was creating a bizarre radio effect. Scientists scrambled to model this scenario. They simulated how different elements and magnetic fields could interact. Yet, no model could replicate the structured, non-random nature of the signals. The regularity was the key. It just didn't fit. This is where the story takes a turn from fascinating astronomy to a mind-bending possibility. Could the signals be artificial, a product of technology? This idea, often relegated to science fiction, suddenly became a legitimate scientific hypothesis. The theory proposed that 3IATLAS might not be a comet at all, but an alien probe, an interstellar messenger disguised as a natural object, traversing the galaxy and gathering data. Imagine a highly advanced civilization wanting to explore other star systems without revealing themselves. What better camouflage than a comet? It's the perfect Trojan horse. It can travel for millions of years, powered by gravity, and its icy shell would protect any internal components from the harsh environment of space. It's a brilliant, patient strategy for interstellar exploration. As 3IATLAS continued its journey, the signals began to change. They became more complex. New patterns emerged, almost as if it were responding to the intense observation from Earth. One team of astrophysicists noticed that the signal's frequency shifted slightly whenever a major radar array on Earth was pointed directly at it. This suggested a reactive capability, something that natural objects simply don't do. Was it a warning, a greeting, or was it simply downloading data? The scientific community was divided. Some remained skeptical, arguing that we were projecting our own human-centric ideas of communication onto a natural event we just didn't understand yet. They pointed out that the universe is filled with phenomena that once seemed magical until science explained them. Are we just witnessing the birth of a new field of astrophysics? Others, however, were convinced we were on the brink of a monumental discovery. The implications are staggering. If 3IATLAS is an artificial probe, it means we are not alone. It means another intelligence, likely far older and more advanced than us, is actively exploring the galaxy. The signal isn't just noise, it's a message in a bottle thrown across the cosmic ocean. As the comet approached its closest point to the Sun, a critical moment known as perihelion, the signals intensified. They became clearer and more powerful. It was as if the probe was using the Sun's energy to power up its transmitter for a final, important broadcast. Teams around the world held their breath. What would it say? The transmission that followed was a dense burst of data, unlike anything seen before. It wasn't a simple hello. It was a complex stream of information containing mathematical constants like pi and the golden ratio universal concepts that any intelligent species would likely recognize. But it also contained something more. Star maps. These weren't maps of our local star cluster. They depicted a region of space thousands of light years away, in a direction we've barely explored. And within these maps, one star system was highlighted. A star very similar to our own Sun, with several planets in its habitable zone. Was this a return address, an invitation? Just as quickly as it started, after passing the Sun, the comet began to fracture. The intense solar heat was too much for its icy shell. It broke into several smaller pieces, and as it did, the signals ceased. Silence. The messenger had completed its delivery and, perhaps, its mission. The data it left behind is now the subject of the most intense scientific investigation in human history. Cryptographers, linguists, mathematicians, and astronomers are all working together to fully decode the message. What other secrets does it hold? Is it a blueprint, a history, a warning? The legacy of 3IATLAS has forever changed our perspective on the cosmos. It transformed the search for extraterrestrial intelligence from a passive listening exercise to an active investigation. It proved that evidence might not come from a grand, obvious announcement, but from a subtle, coded message hidden in plain sight. The fragments of the comet are now moving away from us, back into the interstellar void from which they came. We may never know its full story, but it left us with a profound gift, the knowledge that the universe is not only stranger than we imagine, but stranger than we can imagine. And somewhere out there, another civilization might be looking up at their sky, wondering, just like us, if they are alone. The journey to find the answer has only just begun. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible cosmic journey. If you found this as mind-blowing as I did, please hit that like button. Subscribe for more deep dives into the universe's greatest mysteries, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think the message means? Until next time, keep looking up.